everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Post-Fades and Cheesesteaks. Joined by myself, Dakota, Timothy. How we doing in the UK? Is it dreary, rainy?
It
Getting
is
cold
very
here.
dreary and rainy. It is getting sad.
Mm.
We actually get daylight savings, I think, this Saturday. So it'd be nice, get a
Oh,
4 hour difference.
I think that's what, the first week of November here in the States.
You get it a couple of weeks later. We get
Yeah.
ours on Saturday. So it's nice. I'll have maybe a little bit more sunshine than I normally do. Well, no, I think it's the other way around. So it'll be even darker than it is now, which is crazy to think because I could barely see when I was walking out of my apartment
We love that.
Yeah, it's I've become more cultured though. You ever hear of Diwali?
Like Indian?
Correct. Yes. It's going on right now. And I this is my first Diwali in London.
Okay.
And I don't really know what they celebrate. I just know that there are fireworks going off like it constantly 24/7. Like it's a never-ending
So that's your
barrage of
sunlight.
fireworks. It never ends. It's been 2 days around. I'm like kind of just thinking like is there just someone like outside just doing nothing but just lighting fireworks? Because they just the recession, like they don't have any fun like things throw up in the sky like July 4th. It is just noise.
Is that where there's like elephants roaming around and parade floats and stuff? Or is that
All I know is it is involves fireworks that I do know. But I
anything
spoke
involved
to a
fireworks?
coworker of mine. He said that it's a Northern Indian thing. So I don't, from what he was telling me, it wasn't even the whole country kind of thing. It's kind of like what do you call it? Cinco de Mayo. They only celebrate in that one part of Mexico. And
Interesting.
it celebration of light versus darkness. I think that's a very, metaphoric holiday. But all I
Sure.
know is it involves fireworks,
Mm,
constant fireworks. They never stop. Just
mm.
constant fireworks at every hour of the day. It seems like it gotten a little quieter. It was going off in the afternoon, so I think maybe we're coming to an end. I think the darkness is now won.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was insane. Just never-ending fireworks.
You
No,
know,
that was the thing. It wasn't even cool. Like, it wasn't even July 4th fireworks. Just never-ending sound of fireworks. It was nuts. I was like, where is this person? It's like a cricket you can't find. It's
huh,
just a
well, that's the
never-ending
worst.
cricket. Yeah, so but no, that's what I've been doing now. It's
Hmm.
been dark, dreary, rainy, and fireworks everywhere, which makes it more impressive because it's been raining like every day.
Yeah, is that safe to shoot off fireworks in the rain?
I don't know. They were still doing it, so I'm assuming they're still alive.
Interesting.
But
Well,
yeah, so happy Diwali.
good. Happy Diwali. Good transition though, because we saw plenty of fireworks on the field from Jalen
Oh,
Hurts
look at you. This is why you get
throwing
paid the big bucks.
throwing for 326 yards and three touchdowns with the only perfect passer rating of any quarterback the entire NFL season so far. Mr. Jalen Hurts. Phenomenal
And on top of
performance
that, Devontae Smith, most receiving yards in a
all
game
year.
this
Yeah.
season. Hell of
183 on
a
nine catches. And that's a 20 clip average. Because you get Jamar Chase is getting 14 catches a game, but he's
what
not
16
getting,
catches on Thursday.
he's not getting, AJ Brown also, he's 30 yards per catch, four catches
He
on
was like
121
132.
yards.
I gotta be honest. I did let my grumpy Philly fan come out during the game because then like I felt like I was watching the game and I was just so miserable and mad about
Oh,
it.
so was I.
Because but then you like take a step back and you're like, oh wait, that was the most receiving yards by any receiver this whole year. That was the best quarterback rating of any quarterback this year, and AJ Brown just casually went for 130. Like you take a step back and like, all right,
Uh,
wait, maybe this game wasn't that bad.
it felt like when it ended, it was weird. I didn't feel good about it. And then like as the stats where I was like looking at them, I'm like, God damn, like they finally let it rip.
You
Because
know what it
Saquon still
was?
can't get anything going,
That
but
was the thing. Like it was they cured really one area. They just got really good in the passing game. The run game still stinks. Sorry, hold on. Nope, fireworks popping off. I don't know if
oh,
you I thought we took a break. Maybe Diwali is not over. Sorry to get distracted. They still can't run the ball well at all.
no.
The run defense again did not look good. That was my biggest pet peeve is how bad they've been in run defense. And if you had any other quarterback not named Carson Wentz, I'm pretty confident that the secondary would have gotten torched.
I it
So,
wasn't
but granted, when the Giants game, we stunk at all four phases of the game. Now we only stunk at three. That's not bad.
yeah. I mean, hey, Tank Bigsby, one carry for 11 yards. That's a first down, you know.
That's why we traded for him.
Uh I don't know. I'm still like you said. I think well, we lost what Dickerson and Jurgens in that game, so
Yeah.
I don't know what their status is heading into the Giants game on Sunday. All I know is that we're wearing Kelly Green, so Saquon Barkley legacy game coming soon. Probably three
Oh
touchdowns,
man, I hope
150
so. I
yards.
that's like I get, you know what, the offensive line, I think we've been just blind to
Bruised
the
and
fact that it's
battered.
ever not good, but Steen stinks. Tough
Steen's
is
so
awful.
bad.
Yeah, Steen stinks. Tough was just bullied. As soon as he touched the field, he just got
And I
manhandled.
think I said this last episode too. Mike, I've been catching Mailata letting people get by him quite a few
Yeah,
times.
Milo does not look great.
He's not looked great, so maybe
I
he's
think
dealing with an
that's
injury. Who?
I mean, it's part of, he doesn't have Dickerson right next to him. Definitely plays a part in that. The depth on the offensive line is not there.
No, it's
Minus Fred
there's
Johnson, I don't want to see, and Steen is included in that. I would not want to see any of them on the field.
no.
It's, I think the biggest concern I'm seeing with the Eagles, so like right now, is that the depth that we had last year is really showing itself now.
And you know
Like
what?
you,
I was one of those people that all these Fox Sports and ESPN were always like, oh, Eagles lost so many pieces on defense. They're gonna fall down. I'm like, they'll be fine. They got young guys who's gonna step in. They'll be fine. They've not stepped up, and it's been pretty evident. Uh, Jalen Hunt is still not getting it
hey, pick
going.
six though.
Sure, but beyond that, does he even have a sack yet?
No, that was part of the thing. Like when Milton Williams walked, you're like, all right, well, still have
Ojomo's
Jalen
been
Carter,
good.
Jordan Davis,
3 sacks for
Um,
Jomo.
yeah, Mojomo has been good. Same thing with you let Becton walk. Oh, whatever, we've seen. He's, stoutling you. He'll be
Oh,
ready to
I should have
go.
kept back to man.
Slay going like, yeah, Slay's on the back nine. We'll make it work. He was clearly slowing down. And then you've just had Ringo and Adoree Steve. Um, it was, Josh West moves. You're like, ah, you'll be fine. Nolan Smith's ready to take the mantle. And then you think, oh, wait, we don't have anyone behind Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
So it's definitely shown itself, I think, more than anyone wanted to believe. But it's tough.
I
We're pulling out wins though.
I think we're gonna see more of now that Nakobe's back and was playing a lot more. I think he's gonna take over that spot next to Bond for now, and they're gonna let Campbell
I
go off the edge because
Listen,
they need it.
that was the whole point, was draft him, hold down the spot with Ballum until Dean's
Yeah.
back, and Dean's back, he's your pass rusher.
So and then I gotta imagine Noah Smith's coming back soon. He's been out for like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, what do we have? The bye after the Giants game?
Yeah, we do. They need
Probably after
that.
the bye. I'd be shocked if they brought him before. But speaking
Um,
of pass rushers with injured triceps, BG, Brandon Graham is back.
BG is back. You know what? I think more than anything, they need his leadership because so many young pups on this team, and there's just getting bullied around. You need somebody to get in everyone's face, especially Carter's face, and get them to play up to their standards. But
I think
not
you
expecting
need,
much, but
like, this locker room has way too much, like, stuff coming out, way too many remarks made by players, way
always.
too much drama. Get someone in there that is like
Well,
a
he
like
technically started drama
leader.
last year,
I
but
mean, yeah, that's true. Maybe it's a bad example, but I still think he's someone that's going to come in and he'll set a tone. The team loves him. I think that'll help a lot. Little
yeah,
rejuvenation. I was very, very odd. Like, I mean, I get, he retired and he's coming back. Like, most retired players don't do that, but this retired player also tore his triceps last year. Like, has he been just full on rehabbing? Like, if I was retired and I just spent 14 years in the NFL and I just tore my tricep, like, I know there's two different types of rehab. There's athlete rehabs where you're going in every day and you're working out pretty much every single day to get yourself better.
yeah.
And then there's like, I don't know. If I was rehabbing, I'd probably do some stretches, probably do some here and there. Otherwise, I just go on my day to day. Got the surgery, I'm good. But who knows? I
If
don't maybe
if somehow we end up, repeating and winning the Super Bowl again, would we be the first team to have a player retire mid-season and also have a player come out of retirement at the same like that's kind of wild.
that is true. I mean, there's half glass, half empty way of looking at this. One,
Mm.
half empty. You're bringing back a 37-year-old or whatever he is, torn tricep player from retirement.
Yeah.
How desperate are you? And then there's half full. Your best pass rusher was also a guy that came off the street and never even been in the system and basically was a foot in door of retirement. And Brandon Graham was your best pass rusher last year.
Mm.
So, half full, half empty, depending on which one you want to go with.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I gives me another. I mean, not that I couldn't wear my BG jersey, but now I can fully wear it again. Um, but I think it'll be good for, like I said, leadership and camaraderie. I just hope he doesn't go out there and like gets hurt within 2 games, and then it's like, you know,
Well, you something to rally around. Funny you brought this up off topic. So I've got two jerseys in the collection.
mm,
I was always a one jersey guy for a long time, and then Christmas gift got a
weird.
Jason Kelly Kelly Green. Very
Okay,
nice.
Jason
Great.
Kelly,
Jason Kelsey Kelly Green.
Jason Kelsey
Beautiful.
Kelly.
It's
Mm,
really great addition.
love it.
Um, always had the Midnight Green, Fletcher Cox.
I
Great
remember that.
jersey as
Yep,
well.
yep, yep.
Two Super Bowls. That jersey's seen two Super Bowls.
Mm,
Like, I mean, that was the only rotational jersey, the only thing I would wear on Eagles games. First season with the Kelly Green, we went with it.
mm,
First 4 games wasn't pretty, but we were winning. All's good.
mm.
And then I was like, "Oof, man, the last two was rough." And I was like, we need this win. Like, I'm really, really going to be,
You put on the Fletch.
I put on the Fletch. And now what do I do? Do I go back or do we
Mm.
just stick with Fletch?
You
Like, we
got.
won, like, it's Kelly Green, Jason Kelsey for a Kelly Green game.
I don't know. I feel like the Fletch has got some good
See,
mojo.
two Super Bowls Fletch has seen.
What did I wear? I wore a Zach Ertz jersey for the first Super Bowl, and then I wore
You see, but you're an
Saquon
apparel
Kelly
slut.
Green.
You've got
Oh,
no loyalty.
apparel
You're just
slut's
an apparel
crazy.
slut. I wear Fletcher Cox jersey. I've had that thing since 2000. I want to say 2012. Whenever he was drafted, was like a year or two after he
I don't
got
have the.
drafted.
Let's see how many jerseys do I have? How many that are I haven't
The
outgrown?
fact that you have to count is just clearly an
Well,
indication that you
I
are an
have
apparel slut.
on Sunday I broke it out for the first time in like 2 years, my black Brian Dawkins jersey. Um,
Going back to the well.
I have Saquon and BG and Kelly Green. I
Two
have
Kelly Greens, like you just slutty. Look at that. You have no loyalty. You're wearing
uh
wait, like guy wasn't even playing.
I had a Darius Slay and a Miles Sanders white jersey.
Miles Sanders is a wild jersey to have.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I
have
think
Miles Sanders in the rotation.
yeah. Hey, he had a really great that one year he had was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um, who else is there? I haven't still have my Don McNabb jersey, the regular
Insane.
green.
Is it like a youth small? Like are these in actual rotation? You could
No,
wear them.
no, this was a big one. I had that since probably like elementary school. It was always huge on me. So
So you can still
it
fit in
might
clothes that
not
you wore
fit
in elementary
now,
school. I was gonna
but
say.
it was a Reebok, so that's how you know.
So you still wear the same clothes you were wearing in elementary school as a 32-year-old man.
Honestly, I wish. But no, sadly, no, it was a big jersey. You know what? To be honest, I probably don't fit in it now, but
I
I think
say
it's my
big for an
mom's,
8-year-old
honestly.
is small for like a 10-year-old.
I also have a Deshaun Jackson black jersey too.
Did
But
have a Deshaun. I had also had a Deshaun Jackson black jersey. See, we went for the Deshaun to the Fletcher Cox.
well, the eras
I'm
were
a I'm a
like
loyal man.
Dawkins was my favorite player of that era. Deshaun was my favorite player of that era. I don't know. I mean, I always was a Slay fan. So I guess Darius Slay was my like last like 5, 6 years my favorite player. But I don't know.
See, this is a conundrum you'll never understand because you're an apparel slut. But
Parasol.
I think I have to stick with the Fletch just for the
Okay.
greater good.
So you
I
wear
wanted to get the.
Fletch.
I mean, Kelly Green, Jason Kelsey though, like that just screams Kelly Green game. But it's the Giants. I
So
cannot have them lose
you got
this.
two retired players. You need to up your game. You got to ask Santa for an active player.
I just got the Kelly Green last year, but I think the luck is in the Fletcher Cox. Like you don't have any single active player either. Well, now you have Brandon Graham still.
Saquon.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Um, I want to get a
See,
Quinyon. I want to get a Quinyon jersey.
oh, because you don't have enough.
But you could like those are good choices though because you can always wear a Fletch
Exactly. See,
or
that's what I
Jason
like.
Kelsey.
I like that. Plus, they're lifers. They never went
Oh
anywhere
yeah,
else.
that's true. I
But
never. Yeah, that's true.
they good choice. See, I'm not a slut.
Okay.
But back on topic.
Yeah.
I think, all right. So rapid, because I've completely gone off topic. I've talked more about Diwali and jerseys than I have actually the Eagles.
Eagles 28, Vikings 22.
Yeah. Three of my favorite things.
Okay.
Jalen Carter, like WWE spearing
He's
Carson Wentz.
he obliterated him.
Oof.
I felt that in my ribs. I
Oh
was like,
boy,
oh.
that was. I was like, I hope he's not wearing a quarterback jacket. I hope he's wearing a Kevlar jacket. Like you need, phew,
Off topic,
that one.
but it was funny you just mentioned WWE because for whatever reason I went down a rabbit hole of watching Jeff Hardy videos last night. But continue.
Wild transition.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that he got speared and then it turned into a pick six was, I mean, poetry in motion.
Oh yeah, it
It
was
literally
beautiful.
could not be any better than that.
Beautiful stuff.
Um, Obviously love I think my favorite play, I love the Devontae touchdown, and then that AJ Brown like drop it in the breadbasket one. That was nice.
You know
That was
what's
really nice.
yeah, I mean Jalen for the previous 2 weeks he was overthrowing, underthrowing people. He was pretty much on the money most of these throws.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it looked good. I definitely no complaints there. My third thing I loved actually rolls into my first thing I hated.
oh,
Isaiah Rogers, potential
cooked,
defensive player of the year.
cooked.
His chances are out the window. Made me feel better that we didn't sign him. Not in the way
I
that, oh,
mean,
I
no,
wish
I still would have taken him
I do
gladly.
miss
I
him,
still
yeah.
will.
But it made me feel better because the guy was playing like defensive player of the year, and I was like, I can't believe he left. Moves me on to my first thing I hated.
Hmm.
The Adoree Jackson Keely Ringo duo was so bad,
Uh,
and that doesn't even count for all the passes Carson Wentz missed. Like Jordan Addison, I think had like 130 yards or whatever. They would have had 430 yards if Carson Wentz could have thrown one or two accurate balls. It
yeah.
wasn't even close. There's too many times you see a ball going over a dude's head that Carson Wentz throwing. You're like, wow, that was wide open. That was concerning.
Uh-huh.
Touched on the second one already, but just want to emphasize again, like
Run D.
the offensive line is just
Oh,
not good.
yeah.
Dickerson is still banged up.
They need this buy. They desperately need this
What
buy.
do what do you do with Dickerson? He's been hurt all year.
You can't sit him down.
Like,
Like, do they, you know what? Do they do a rare
I think you
thing
have to.
and
Just you
trade
have to sit him down.
for a lineman, though? Do they trade for a starting lineman? What do you
Who are you
prioritize?
getting? I don't.
I
Starting
don't
linemen
know.
don't change teams very often
The
because if
The
you're,
Browns got to be selling. Like,
I mean, yeah, but most of the time, bad teams don't have good offensive linemen.
fair.
I think you can usually find like a good pass rusher, a good receiver or something because they're like just isolated
Yeah, and I
and they
mean,
do their own thing.
I
But
also don't.
realistically, I mean, Steen is not good. Toth coming in for Jurgens is awful. So if Jurgens has a prolonged injury, we're screwed.
Yeah,
Dickerson, man, he's not been healthy since training camp, and it's showing. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Do you just let him keep going out there, keep getting worse? Like, eventually you're gonna get into these need to win games, and you've got this guard that is just not close to healthy. Like, you
we
can't
sh
just grit it out. Like,
we
you go
should
to the playoffs, you can grit it out, but you can't grit it out in week 7 to the end of the year.
we should just move Mailata to right guard and just have Saquon run off of Mailata and Lane Johnson every
I mean
play.
that's probably the third thing I hated was I could see the frustration with Saquon Barkley, but it's just insane how
It makes it's
unsuccessful they
he has
are.
no it's worse. It looks worse than when he was on the Giants. He has nowhere to go. There's people in the backfield
Yeah.
by the time he gets the ball. Like what? This is not my Eagles' offensive line.
It's partly that. Like that's all right. That's obviously the glaring number one issue.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just like begging for something to happen, but I'm also like, where's the Saquon plays? Like you just don't really see them either. Granted, I mean, yeah, like it hurts when there's three guys in the backfield. You can make a Saquon play and still have negative 3 yards.
yeah,
But yeah, it's just those are my three hates and my three likes from the game.
yeah. I agree with those. I think the defense still worries me, which I thought that would have been our strength if we're gonna have offensive woes. Because the defense was strong the first, like I would say 3, 4 games. I mean, look at who we beat the Chiefs, who look like they're fully back. We
Yeah.
beat the Bucks, who were very, very injured and lost to Detroit the other day, but beat the Rams, who only have two losses, and they destroyed the Jags in London.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
ugly.
confusing. The Eagles are honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised because under Sirianni, this team is confusing to understand every single year. Something has to go wrong. Something has to be dramatic, and then they'll get to the playoffs, and then you make the Super Bowl, and we're like, all right, all is forgiven, and then
I
we
mean,
repeat
that's
the
the thing
process,
though, is it's
rinse and repeat.
maddening. It's maddening because you want to be angry, but then you're 5-2.
To be
And
fair,
you're right.
we are spoiled in this aspect.
Yeah.
There are a lot of teams that like I just watched the Houston Texans fans gotta be like, is
Oof.
Stroud even the guy anymore? Like he looks not great. I know their offensive line isn't good, but like, eesh.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
will
just
say,
infuriating.
it's funny watching the broadcast, because they every like who was it, Greg Olson and I forget the other guy's name, but like every other play, they were like, oh, so and so makes a play, former Eagle. I'm like, how many Eagles are on the fucking Vikings? Like,
Yeah,
but
it's true. Yeah.
it
Isaiah
was
Rodgers,
my
Carson
last
Wentz,
thing on this is it was I was watching the what's it called? What's his name? What's the punter's name from the Colts? I forget. He has a show.
McAfee.
Yeah, I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and he had Adam Schefter on, and he was like going through. He's like Schefter, I'm going to walk you through what we like to call the Carson Wentz experience. And they had every other clip was like how the hell did he make that play? And it was like why the hell did he do that? And then it was like how the hell did he make that throw? And then why the hell did he just fumble and take a Is like it was
Oh
so
yeah,
funny
the
because
fumble
he's a
was
roller
a
coaster.
mess.
But you know, Carson Wentz will Carson Wentz, and like you said, I wonder if I mean I don't think McCarthy would have beat us, but if a more you know
I
less
think anyone
turnover
that can
prone
check down and
quarterback,
throw a
yeah,
wide open pass every once in a while would beat
yeah,
us.
yeah. So they got work to do. I mean, I'm still confident in this team. I'm confident in the defense to figure it out because better coaching this time around than when we had a collapse last time. But the offense still worries me. Like you can't be one dimensional. They have to figure out this running game, and they know it. But like you got to figure out what the problem is besides injuries. Like there's terrible teams that run the ball really well. You gotta figure it out.
Well, I mean, if they stay committed to passing the ball effectively like they did, then that would help the
Should
running game
open
more
the
than
run,
anything
yeah,
else.
because then they have to defend the
They
pass.
just they
But
haven't been able to do any. This is the only game they've been able to pass the ball. Like, let's not forget, minus the second half of the Rams game, this is the only game they've been able consistently and explosively throw the ball.
I don't know. I would say can. It's just a matter of did. Like it's like all the Jalen can't throw. Jalen can't hit a 300 yards. Like clearly he can. They just choose not to let him rip it. Um,
Yeah, but I
but
mean, portion of that is they can't get guys open. Like the play calling is
also
such
though,
butt cheeks.
yeah. I mean, if you wanna nitpick something, you know, was it almost probably more 300 of his yards were two players, and they're both top 15 wide receivers. So Dallas. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
Goddard wasn't really involved. Dotson hasn't touched the ball since like the first week of the season. I think Johnny Wilson's back. I could have sworn I saw him suited up on the sideline.
completely forgot he existed.
Yeah. Um. So I don't know. They part of me believes this is just going to be how it is all year. I don't I don't see Petula changing his game plan. I think he's just going to keep rolling out the plays he has, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs if we get there. But
I think
I don't
there's
know.
like you can lean on the passing game.
They'll only make so many changes.
Last year, what you did was lean on the running game, and you never even thought to pass the ball because the running game was working so well. Lean on the passing game. I mean, I kind of thought that going in the year. Like Saquon Barkley could not carry the ball 300 times again this season like he did last. Like he got
Mhm.
goals, bigger goals than
But
last year. He was going for the
you know,
record. It was his first year there. That's why you went
14,
big.
14,
But
1,500 yards should be doable for him.
I mean, yeah, I think that ship has sailed. But just lean on the passing game. Eventually, you're going to be able to like have so much success there, like you did this week, eventually teams are going to have to play you different. Now people are still selling out against Barkley because one, you haven't taken advantage of it in the passing game until this week, and two, it's still Saquon Barkley. But we'll see. I mean, you got to play against what the defense is giving you.
It's weird. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of defenses are crowding the box and then also sending blitzes. I think they said this is like the most well, Jalen's had to throw like the most against the blitz he is like on percentage than ever. So I think they're also bringing like the house much more
But
to
this
try
is
and
where
throw them
you got to have
off.
some
But
play calling that
to
goes against
counteract it,
that.
yeah,
I mean, I
I
haven't
agree.
seen them do anything like that.
They're not adjusting like they did last year. Yeah, like last year they would adjust and like because what we didn't score a touchdown the first quarter for like what 10 games, and
Yeah.
then they were a second half team, so they would adjust after halftime. Now it's like the opposite. We like unadjust or
You just, I mean, the blitzing is the perfect point. Like I've seen the teams just constantly bring the blitz,
Oh yeah,
and I've never seen us actually successfully plan anything off it.
no, but we won, and we're 5-2, and the Commanders lost, and Jane Daniels is injured probably for a couple of games, and they have a gauntlet coming up.
Commanders
So
stink. I'm glad, like they've always
I
stunk. Last
are
year they stunk too. Jaden
are
Daniels is
we
great.
are we worried about Dallas
No,
because that offense is crazy.
this is what Dallas is almost every year.
I
They have
know, I know,
terrible defense, but they can score a lot of points.
they're on like a even crazier pace than they were previous years. But they're
Uh,
Dallas will Dallas. So
I'm not worried at all about Dallas.
I was gonna say I think they haven't really played anyone either. Like they tied the Packers, they beat a bad defense in Washington. So I guess yeah, maybe
They got in
there's.
a shootout with the Giants.
I mean, we can't really talk. We got wrecked by the
That's true.
Giants.
Yeah, that is true.
But anyways, there were other games, so we digress to that. What people are calling the Unk Bowl, the the old man bowl. You had
Hmm.
Aaron Rodgers of the Steelers, 40 plus versus Joe Flacco of the Bengals, also 40 plus.
Fun game.
It actually was a great game. Um,
Fun game.
Bengals won 33-31. So you know what? They're still in it. Like all this world is, the sky is falling for them, and they're still in the fight. So
Yeah, I listen, the Joe Flacco trade. Everyone's getting crap, and I
who would have
don't really
thunked?
know why. Like, I heard some people saying like, "Oh, that's just not the quarterback they should have got. They should have asked the Giants for Russell Wilson. Why? Or
Yeah.
asked the Falcons about Kirk Cousins. Why? You would have had to
Honestly,
give up way too much for Kirk Cousins, and Russell Wilson stinks. That boat is left so long ago.
considering Joe Flacco played for the Ravens and the Browns, not a bad option. I mean, he played on the Ravens so long ago, it probably doesn't matter. But
If you're the Browns, this has got to hurt. Like, I know you've had your soul hurt so many times, but you traded away this guy who was so bad with you,
they weren't doing
and
anything.
immediately he goes and knocks off the Steelers, who were in on top of the division.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good. I mean, they just granted, I could just throw the ball 30 times to Jamar Chase, and I'm sure he would catch half of them, and that's kind of what Joe Flacco did.
Did
But
you
yeah, I mean,
would you have predicted that George Pickens would be having a better season than DK Metcalf?
yes, always thought DK Metcalf was overrated, and obviously, I'm still very pro Aaron Rodgers is washed.
I agree. But I did think Metcalf would have been better. Like,
I don't know. I still think DK is so overrated.
I mean, look at JSN in Seattle. Ever since he left, he's been on
Yeah,
fire.
again, he's out of the way. I mean, DK's fast, really athletic, but never thought he had great hands. He had a big problem early in the career dropping it.
He can
It
only
never
run
seems like
slants and
I was just saying, he
fades.
doesn't run great routes.
He runs like a robot.
Yeah. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers is the perfect quarterback for him in theory, because Aaron Rodgers is the most accurate quarterback when he's on, and
Sure.
he um like he fits what he can run. He got a great deep ball, and he's quick, and he gets the ball out fast, and it's accurate. But don't think this is the Aaron Rodgers he needs.
Yeah, I will say watching that, you're reminded that these two are, Hall of Fame quarterbacks because they can still throw like these beautiful, perfect balls even at their age. You're just like, damn.
Joe
Like,
Flacco in the Hall of Fame is kind of a stretch.
You know what? I threw it in there. I I don't know what. I'd
I'm
have to
not
look at his
buying it.
numbers. He did win a Super Bowl, but
Yeah, but yeah, I
um,
don't know.
yeah. And then Sunday morning, Rams. This was surprising. I think the Jags are showing their true colors. Rams beat the Jags 35-7 in London. Um, I
Yeah,
can't.
it was ugly.
You know what's crazy to me is that Devontae Adams had three touchdowns and he only had 35 fucking yards. I had a
Fishing?
parlay with him 50 yards. I was like, oh, he scored three touchdowns. He must have had like 100 yards. It's like, nope,
Nope.
35 yards.
Efficient though.
Son of a
They
bitch.
Man, the Jaguar, like I get being aggressive, but they went for it. They kicked the field goal, he missed it. Then they went for it like four times on fourth down in like the red zone or on the 30 or whatever. And none of them they got. And like the game was kind of already one-sided, but at some point, like, dude, just get some points on the board. Like,
Yeah.
just try to. I know the kicker missed it, but I don't know. The amount of times he just kept going for it, and then it got to the point where they just had to go for it because he kept going for it all the other times. I just thought that the game could be played. Granted, the Rams were so much better than the Jaguars. They were never going to win this game, but I just thought the over aggressiveness was just kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I don't know. And they always get away from like I feel like they get away from the run and make Trevor throw 50 balls every game. Like I don't
He's not
it's
very.
not a good recipe.
That's not Trevor's game.
No. Travis Hunter had a for his first touchdown and had 100 yards receiving, so there's something. Elsewhere, we had Patriots in the Mike Vrabel revenge game, won 31-13 over the Titans.
I think everyone saw this one coming.
I mean, the Titans are bad, yeah. So,
Yeah, the Vrabel ran it up on them too.
yeah, I mean,
It's,
they
I
apparently
mean,
the Titans were cheat. I don't remember what they were chanting, but there were fans chant. I think they were just chanting Braves or something. But
yeah, I mean, if you're like in that situation, normally the go-to is like fire the coach, like fire whoever. You're not going to ask that. They already did that, so you might as well just show
yeah,
love to your former
I
coach who never wanted to be gone. So I'm okay with that.
I mean, I was very like 50-50 on Vrabel with the Titans because I feel like he did get to one AFC championship game, but beyond that, he really I know he didn't have a lot of great players, but he really didn't have a ton of success, I felt like. I felt like he was always kind of
Uh,
overhyped.
I mean, yeah, I
Um,
think the bigger thing was
he's a
team
culture
was
guy,
never that good.
but
Like
yeah,
his
the talent was never
team
good.
wasn't really. He had Derrick Henry, and they,
He had Derrick Henry and AJ Brown at the same time.
yeah, well, they lost AJ Brown. That was the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
They traded away AJ Brown that they didn't want to do. And I think, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't remember Titans history
Who,
that well, but I
who
want to
did
say Tannehill was locked in maybe
he was?
beforehand, or
Yeah. Who was running back before Henry?
I, I don't know. It was
I think it
Chris
was somebody
Johnson.
like
I don't
decent
know.
though. No, it
Chris
wasn't Chris
Johnson.
Johnson. No.
I mean, I don't know. That's like what you're asking me, like who started World War One? That was ages ago.
Okay, it wasn't.
I I don't think you. I think it's Chris Johnson. I
It's
think
not
you're
Chris Johnson.
confused. It's definitely no one decent then. If it's not Chris Johnson, they're not any good.
I don't even know how I'm gonna find this
It's,
historical.
what is this?
Ugh.
Why are you looking up the historical running backs for the Tennessee Titans?
It's just, oh, here we go. Single season leaders in rushing. That'll give me my answer.
I'm trying to think. It's Chris Johnson. Let me show you.
Earl Campbell. Nope.
Ton... No, I don't think you're anywhere close. I think we're gonna have to give this one up.
But I'm soaring by year. Hurry up.
I still think I'm trying to think Titans running backs. I can only think Chris Johnson and Dark Henry. I don't think there was anyone in between. There was I don't know. LeGarrette Blount, was he there? No. Just throwing out names. I feel like they may have had like some rant, like the law firm maybe was in there. Um,
Mm,
I just keep thinking of like random backups they have like now, like Tony Pollard and Son Haskins and Tyjae
Bishop.
Spears.
Remember Bishop Sankey?
Oh, there you go. That's a name.
That's a name. No, I don't know.
Remember he was the fantasy breakout because he was the first running back taken in that like terrible draft.
Bishop Sankey. Yeah, that was a fucking name. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so they suck. Anyways, the Panthers, another W, beat the Jet. I mean, the Jets are horse shit, but 13 to
They're
6,
so bad. Two parts to unpack here. One, the Jets are really, really bad.
historically bad. Like it might be,
Like, sheesh, man.
and they're already
Does
talking.
Aaron Glenn get fired?
No, I think. Well,
I mean, I thought Brian Callahan getting
I
fired
think,
was pretty
but he
quick.
he inherited a bad team. I think you got to give him another year.
I don't think
It takes
anyone thought
time.
the Jets were this bad, though.
I agree. I think they
I
were
think
a
but I think the problem is it's not like just their offense. Their defense is awful. And that's like kind of his bread and butter. And he definitely inherited a defense that wasn't that bad.
yeah.
Like
That's what
you
surprised
would have at
me. And
least
he's a
thought,
defensive
like,
guy.
even when Salah was there, the defense was good. They just couldn't score any points.
Yeah.
Then things started to fall apart and the whole thing sucked when Salah was there. But man, you got, like, Sauce Gardner's there, you've got Quinn and Williams. These guys make money. Will McDonald was a high draft pick.
Uh,
Um, what's his brother's name? Quincy Williams is also a good player. Like, you've got guys on the defense that should be decent, and you throw in a top-notch defensive head coach, which you think, and you should have something. Not this bad.
yeah.
I mean, you're
I
not going
don't.
to score points. We all know that, but come on.
Yeah. It's not good. So
They've given it, like, up until the last 2 weeks, actually, surprisingly, the defense has really turned around. Their offense just got much, much worse. So they went from the last two games, they've given up 13 points twice
eh.
to the Panthers, and then the week before in that London game, thrilling to the Broncos. The weeks before that, they gave up 37, 27, 29, 30, and 34. Granted, all to not awful teams, minus the Dolphins.
Hmm.
But they could score then. They scored 32, 27, 21,
Eh.
22, and now the Jets have combined for 17 points in 2 weeks.
Hmm. Can I?
That is a sign that I think head coach might be on the hot seat.
I don't know. I think he still survives the year. But another coach that is boiling on the seat, from at least our perspective, but apparently their upper management wants him to stay. Also, a little bit of I told you so that this team was going to win. But the Browns beat the Dolphins 31 to 6. Rookie running back
Yeah,
with
that's
3 touchdowns.
yeesh, man. I don't. I We've now hit territory where I'm shocked that Mike McDaniel has a job. Every week that goes on, I will just be more shocked that he has a job.
Especially like if you watch his like press conference highlights, like
Oh
he is
boy, it's
so
hard to root
tapped
for him.
out. He is
Yeah.
so like get me the fuck out of here. Like
It's
uh,
tough as it's the same Aaron Glenn argument. Their offense is awful. They
he
can't score points.
he literally goes, it was like yesterday or something. He was like, they asked about who's going to start a quarterback. He goes, we're gonna stick with Tua, and we're just gonna hope that we don't throw 10 interceptions this game. And I'm like, way to throw shade at your own players. Like, it's like,
Him and Tua just seem like
what
the
a
same
mess.
person. They
What a
throw like
mess.
the shade. They won't say it, directly, but they're just throwing
Well,
shade.
now people are saying, Brian Flores was correct when he was saying he wanted to replace Tua with a different quarterback because he didn't think he was the guy. And then he got
Yeah, I
fired and
mean,
they kept Tua. And
it's kind of the same stuff. You could either
mm,
bully Tua, like Flores was doing, or you could be, nonchalant, yo, what up, bro, like Mike McDaniels, and both of them are probably going to end up getting fired. So which strategy really works?
and he wasn't bad. I don't, is it because he doesn't have anyone to throw to? He's just Jalen Waddle. Like he wasn't ever this bad,
I
but
think he's never recovered from his Campbell soup brain.
it's he
It's,
should have retired. But I
they've
understand where
they
he's coming from. But
they were scoring points. They had the big stinker against the Colts, and then 27, 21, 27,
he lost Hill and
27,
they've been
27,
ass.
and then yeah, it just fell apart.
But yep, Jets fans and Dolphins fans are definitely in extra misery this year.
Which one would you least want to be? Current situations.
Probably the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't think I know. I think I'd rather be in the Jets situation.
I don't know. I saw a Jets fan get interviewed the other day, and he's probably like between 12 and like 16. And some guy was like, "Hey, how'd you feel about that loss?" He's like, "Listen, man, I got born into this. I didn't choose this life, but I'm not gonna quit and like leave this team, but man, it sucks. It hurts. We're terrible. He just walked
Yeah.
away. I
Oh,
was like,
buddy, it
if a
doesn't get
kid
better.
is like telling you that, like that's so you know it's bad. But
Yeah. I think like, but the Dolphins were supposed to be good.
yeah.
The Jets weren't, but yeah, no, it's in shambles. We just saw Mike McDaniel coach watch. I, just- I
Well,
I think he might quit.
he might retire at halftime. You know
Yeah,
what?
he might just
I'm
fire
done.
himself.
I'm done. Honestly, I would. That sounds like he's not having a good time.
Yeah, yeah, I think the experiment's over.
Money's probably good though.
Yeah.
Um, so high expectations for the Dolphins. This game, here's a team that we thought was going to have a bit of a fall off, still be competitive, but a fall off this season. But they are terrifying once again, and they shut out the Raiders 31 nothing. Did the Kansas City Chiefs. Um,
They're Super Bowl favorites.
oh yeah.
They're
Like in a matter of
they're
like 2 weeks,
they're
everyone got
right there.
healthy
They're
and they're
back.
like back to
They're
business.
back.
I'm like, fuck.
They looked like the best team in football. And it's kind
Yeah.
of crazy because they just crapped all over a terrible team.
Yeah.
But it was the way they crapped on them. Like they were the Chiefs. They were the Chiefs, and expect. And it was like, yeah, there they are. They're right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Once the Eagles and Chiefs get going, everyone's gonna be
I can already
pissed.
see how this happens. The Chiefs are going to go run through their division, win the division. The Colts will probably end up with the bye and the best seed. The Chiefs will beat whoever's in their way. I don't know, probably like I don't know, the Patriots or whatever first round. They will destroy the Colts, who are going to be a higher seed but shouldn't be near them. And
Hmm.
then they're going to probably beat the Buffalo Bills again, and then be back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to
Yeah.
end. That's
Yeah.
classic
You
Chiefs.
got the script?
It's right there.
You know what? For next, because this is week 7 recap. So when we do our week 8 recap next week, we should do a mid-season playoff prediction. See what how it
I
looks
just gave you
out.
mine. That's exactly how the AFC is
But
going to
yeah, I
go.
know, but we'll do the other side. Yeah, so that was bad. Kind of surprising team. I don't Are they good? The Bears beat the Saints 26-14.
The Bears are not good.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not bad. That's where we're at. They're
They're a
not bad.
500 team, I think. I think
Yeah.
they've improved to a 500 team. They definitely have potential on offense, and it helps to have a good play caller. Defense is still sus. Caleb is still working in progress, but
Not bad, but not
they'll
good.
they'll compete for that last wild card spot probably. Maybe
Yeah, I
not
mean,
till the very end, but they're.
it's tough NFC right now.
The NFC's good, yeah.
I'll give them credit. They've won four in a row.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, they beat the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Commanders without Jaden Daniels, and the oh no, Jaden Daniels I think did play that game.
yeah, they
And
killed
the
them, I
Saints.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said it last episode, but everyone's been saying that the standings look like, 2007. You got the Patriots in first place, the Steelers in first place, the Colts in first place, Broncos, NFC side, Eagles, Packers, Buccaneers, 49ers. Where are the
About the
Bears?
standards.
Bears are man, NFC North, 4-1, 1 Packers, 5-2
There
Lions,
is no
four and
bad
two
like
Bears, 3-3 Vikings.
so if I gave you the NFC is so much better than the AFC, the NFC's worst team, probably the Saints, now that the Panthers are cruising.
Yeah,
I think the Saints are better than the Browns, the Jets, obviously,
and the Dolphins.
the Raiders.
Raiders bad.
Do we put them above the Dolphins? Kind of, yeah. I'm
Absolutely.
trying to think.
I
Yeah.
think the Saints are bad, but
Titans?
yeah. The
Think they're
Saints are
better.
bad, but they compete. Like they try. These
I'm
other
trying to think.
teams, I feel like they just kind of lay down and like get beat.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The worst team in the NFC is better than five teams
Oh,
in the AFC.
yeah. And actually, this is already going to be a long episode, but one thing we didn't touch on with the Eagles game that I just remembered, they put up, I mean, not career numbers for Jalen, I don't think, but he put up close to career numbers in passing. Two receivers over 120 yards. And this was against the number one pass defense in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Isaiah Rodgers was Defense Player of the Year.
But like that's a Brian Flores really good defense, and we throttled them through the air. So another thing to be positive about. But like you just said, one team that might have a bye, the Colts. I think they're fully legit. Beat the
They're the best
Chargers.
team in the NFL.
I think they're the number one team as well. Beat the
They got the
Chargers
best record.
38-24. Chargers weren't even in this game, let's be honest. It was 20-3.
So say, tell you more about the Colts or tell you more about the Chargers?
In a weird way, both, because I always thought the Chargers were overachieving this season. Because I think they have holes, whereas the Colts are like the surprise, really good team. Steichen's job has been saved, and Daniel Jones has been resurrected. We've had so many
Insane.
quarterback resurrections these last couple of years. It's
Dude,
actually
I've said
wild.
that. That was the
It's
trend.
it's
I was on
wild.
top of this. I said this when we did the quarterback episode. It's no longer draft the fourth or fifth first round
Yeah.
pick and get a, hope for the best. It's go scoop up whatever bust is out there and bring
Yep.
them to your team. So next year's crop of busts,
Yeah,
probably Tua.
yeah, Tua.
Tua will be in that conversation.
Um,
Who else is in the crop of busts that can get a chance? There's been a lot of draft picks recently, so there's not a ton.
yeah.
I don't know. I think they should look at him, but they probably won't. I mean, I'd probably move on with Kyler. I'd be done with the Kyler if
To
I'm
be
the Cardinals.
honest, I mean
They
we can
won't
we
do it,
can
but
jump to that game. Packers won 27-23. Jacoby Brissett looks better with the Cardinals than Murray has all season.
Kyler doesn't
It's
get enough
bad.
criticism.
It
He's been rough,
he's not I don't know what it is. He just
so
doesn't
overrated.
he doesn't do anything. And he's got like all these Nike deals and commercials. And I'm like, this guy doesn't do anything. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
like I don't know. He's like a smaller version of kind of Justin Herbert. He's all hype. It's no substance.
I mean, I think
Because
Justin
Justin
Herbert's
Herbert,
played like a top 10 quarterback though, and Kyler,
I don't
I
know.
don't.
Justin Herbert had his classic Justin Herbert game where he threw that pick and
Yeah.
then red zone was brutal. I mean, I know his offensive line's getting broken in half, but I don't know. I feel like we gave him a whole bunch of excuses his whole career. He starts killing it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, well, look what happens when you get this." And now he lost a couple of time, and now it's back to, "Oh, well, if only he this."
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think every guest we ever had on this podcast, especially Nick, I think even Bobby have all said like, yeah, Kyler's overrated. Um,
Very overrated. Very
But
overrated.
that's a team that could get blown up, I think. New coach, new quarterback. You have a young guy in Marvin Harrison Jr. who, if he can put it together and be actually as good as he should be,
He's very underperformed so far, but
But
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Kyler hits the I'm a bust market, but we'll see. I mean, I think Tua is definitely looking for I'm a bust market. It's
well,
the new trend.
I'm sure Kyler was glad he didn't have to play in this game because Micah Parsons finally woke up. Three
Yeah,
sacks in this
sheesh.
game.
Yeah.
He's back to normal self because he was kind of quiet the last few weeks, but he always has one of those random games where he gets like 14 sacks.
Yeah, it
Um,
helps. Yeah, he's starting to settle in. That defense is getting really good.
um, His former team definitely could use him. Cowboys beat the Commanders 22-44 though, or excuse me, 44-22. Um, yeah, Cowboys offense definitely like George Pickens looks even better than he did with the Steelers. I hate to
He's
say,
that
but
number two wide receiver they've been looking for the last 10 years.
yeah, and I didn't know. I thought CD was going to be like they would work him in, so I didn't start him in fantasy. Ended up
That's
losing my fantasy
insane
game.
movement. I don't know
Yeah,
what planet you would
you
live
know
in that you
what?
wouldn't start CeeDee
You
Lamb.
know what? I will say this
You
year,
didn't deserve to win.
this has been my worst managed fantasy football season in my life.
You didn't start CeeDee Lamb, so I'm not too surprised by that.
I also didn't start Devontae Smith in my other league, but
I don't know who are you starting above them?
Devontae Smith's not a good fantasy receiver though. He's very like hot and cold for fantasy.
I mean, I
But
just feel like there's certain
I'm
players you just don't
well, you're in
sit.
my ESPN league. I'm 0-7 now in that league.
Is that the league you sat CeeDee Lamb in?
Yep.
That's
I lost
not
to I think I
surprising.
lost to Flurry.
Who did you start ahead of him?
Like Jalen Waddle, maybe.
You might be the worst fantasy player I've ever seen.
He was questionable all week. I didn't know.
So you went with a guy on the Miami Dolphins that we just tore apart.
Just kidding. No, even worse. I went Jamison Williams, who didn't have a single catch.
Oh, buddy, he's the most infuriating player. I actually
Because I
going
watch, I'm
on
gonna sit him and he's gonna go have 150 yards and two touchdowns.
going and
He's a
watch that.
joke.
We'll skip ahead to the Lions game. Watching the Lions and then you see all these players, it makes you think, why did they give that big money contract to Jameson Williams? Because they never use him.
Yeah.
They
No.
they only use two players. I don't really understand what Jameson Williams does, but apparently they see something. I mean, I don't know.
Same with the tight end. I feel like he doesn't really get any action either now.
I mean, it's the Jameer Gibbs show.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, and St. Brown. That's
No,
pretty much.
Montgomery's not even there. It's just St. Brown and Gibbs.
But yeah, they took care of business against the Bucks, 24-9. I mean, the Bucks were super injured. I mean, the Lions are also super injured in defense. I mean, you had Temple Rockison playing cornerback, and I don't think he's been on the team in a couple of years. But
He also just got hurt, I think.
yeah, but I mean, they quieted down the Bucks. It was, I mean, I'm pissed they put Mike Evans back in, not fully healthy, because then he broke his fucking collarbone. So
Yeah, end of the record.
end of the record. So that's definitely unfortunate. But yep, Lions took care of business. We'll save the best game for last year. But weird game. 49ers beat the Falcons 20-10. It was literally the CMC versus the Falcons. Um,
Mhm.
Falcons are that team every week. You're like, you know what? They could be kind of good. And then you're like, you know what? They still suck.
Yeah, they're
So
very. I can't get a beat on them.
no,
I don't know where I'm at with them.
I'd be pulling my hair off if I was a Falcons fan. I
Yeah,
still don't believe in Penix. I don't
no,
know.
I don't either.
I don't know. And I've been saying this all season. I still think the Seahawks are going to be a playoff team. I think they're pretty good. Beat the Texans 27-19. I am surprised how well Sam Darnold has been playing. I did think he was going to have that
I mean,
drop
picked it up from
off,
last
but
year.
yeah, he's been good. So part of that
Seahawks was
recycled.
genius for letting Geno Smith walk
Yeah,
or
that's also
trading him.
like that's
Trading him.
also a strange. I did not. He played well with Seattle. I'm surprised he fell off so much, but
I think he was like a passable game manager. I never really
yeah.
thought he was well.
And that covers all the games except for one, which I think is the funniest game I've seen in a while. The Giants were winning with like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think they were up 18-6 or 19-6 or something. Um, and I looked at it was like the end of the third quarter. I looked at my fantasy, and Josh Allen was on a bye, so I had to pick up a quarterback. Or no, I think he was on my bench already. So I just started Bo Nix, and I looked at I'm like, Bo Nix has 3 fantasy points. The third quarter is about to end. What the hell is going on? The game ended. Broncos made an insane comeback, won 33-32, and Bo Nix finished with 37 fantasy points. In a quarter, he had 35 fantasy points. Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you didn't see it, people listening, or Tim, I don't know, the Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. I don't. I think it's only ever been done once that team scored more than that. Um, the what was it? There's a. I think it's only the second. Trying to make sure I have the stats right. In NFL history, trailing by 18 or more points. Yeah, before the Broncos game ended, there was one team out of 3,676 teams that actually came back and won.
Hmm.
And now there are two. So yeah, Broncos historic comeback. It was a pretty entertaining fourth quarter,
It
but
was hilarious when they missed that extra point.
oh, that
You
was
knew where
icing.
this.
That was icing.
Like the prevent defense. Like, bro, they need a field goal. Why are you rushing three? There was plenty of time. Don't understand what they like fell apart. They missed extra point. They didn't know how to play defense, and then they lost. So
Yeah, and I don't I like w- it's hard to put like too much into this theory, but there were people pointing out uh Demaryius Thomas was honored that game. Rest in peace. And he they said he died at 33 years old. And so the Broncos won, scored 33 points. They got the ball back on the last drive with 33 seconds left. So people were like
hmm.
saying, oh, there were some signs, but um, yeah.
Or
So,
they played the Giants, and this
or
is what
just play the
happened.
Giants. Yeah. But do you think this is better or worse for the Eagles that the Giants didn't knock off the Broncos, or the fact that they got
Mm, lukewarm.
Luke Oil?
Yeah, lukewarm because we lost to both of them, and
Yeah.
it's hard to really take a positive of this when they lost the way they lost.
Yeah. But yeah, it was 7 minutes left on the fourth quarter. Giants were winning 20-8 because the Broncos did score and then the Giants I don't know what the Broncos defense was doing, but they let them march down the field and score a touchdown. So 26-8 with 7 minutes left. They had 99.8% chance to win.
Hmm. There you
So
go. How
that was
quickly
something.
things turn.
That was something. But that is our recap on week 7. Definitely been the most insane year I think in a while as far as like we just don't know what's going to happen week to week. Every given Sunday is every week. So
That's true.
without further ado though, I think off of a good Eagles win, should probably start with the studs, no?
I think that's a great call because I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the best stud weeks I'd seen in
Ooh,
a long time.
I'm
The
excited.
competition was fierce.
Mm.
Like these are all the guys that didn't make it. You had Devontae Smith, who we talked about, who had 183
How do you
yards and a
not have
touchdown.
Devontae Smith on your
I did look at the competition. You had your rookie Quinshon Judkins, who gave you 3 touchdowns. You had Mark Parsons, who gave you 3 sacks.
Mm.
You had DeForest Buckner gave you 2 sacks. How about Drake Maysline?
He,
28 of 23, 222 with 2 touchdowns and 62 yards on the ground. He missed 2 passes.
yeah,
It's not bad.
Drake May's
You had
been
a
pretty
tight end
good.
that came from you had a tight end that came from absolutely nowhere. Gadsden or whatever the hell the guy's name is. He went for a buck 64.
Mm.
You had Jonathan Taylor give you 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards scrimmage. CMC with just an insane game. He had over 200 yards of scrimmage and 2 touchdowns.
No CMC, no Jonathan
I,
Taylor, and no Devontae Smith. I'm very curious who.
dude, it was the competition was fierce this week. Very,
Okay.
very tight.
Okay.
Um, so with that, we will start. Maybe this is a homer pick, but probably it's not. Let's go to the guy who I think when we talk, I heard people talking about it's probably the best passing game he's ever had in the regular season in his career.
Yeah.
Turned it on at the right time, cooked up a very good defense, went 19 for 23 for 326 yards and 3 tutties, throwing his mandatory tush push, but I think he ended up negative rushing yards,
Yeah, he
so
had
maybe we
negative
don't
10
keep
rushing
that.
yards. Isn't that weird?
I mean, he was cooking the Vikings. We got Jalen Hurts coming in here.
I will say, normally, I think a 300-yard, 3 touchdown game is like borderline stud nominee,
I mean, 4 incompletions.
that's what I'm going to say. He had no turnovers, perfect, the only perfect passer rating this season by any quarterback. Um, so yeah, I mean, shout out Jalen Hurts. I might have given it to Devontae, but I like it.
Yeah, but you know what? This one meant more for Jalen than it did
Sure,
Devontae.
sure.
Because you factor in the 183 he gave Devontae, which was nice. He also gave 130 to AJ Brown. Like that was the whole narrative. He spread the ball like this and that.
Mm.
I thought he called a shot. He came out there. He did his thing. All the critics. I mean, he constantly hears that he can't
I
throw
wonder
the
if
ball
any of them
whenever he has a
win.
moment.
I wonder if any of them win Player of the Week. We'll see.
You'd have to think at least one though. We'll see. Moving on. So we are going to go with another guy that pretty much won the game for his team. Um, got to take you all the way back to Thursday, where Joe Flacco and his
Hmm.
beaten, battered body leaves Cleveland. He throws for 303 touchdowns and 342 yards. But you know what works? Just throw the ball to Jamar Chase because he's our second stud with 16 receptions, 161 yards, and a tutty. I mean,
Bengals
you
record
look
too
at
for receiving
you
for
look at Joe
catches.
Flacco's line, 342 and 3 touchdowns. That's it. That's a nice line there. Considering this guy was broken in half in Cleveland, and everyone
That's
said this is a bad trade.
yeah, that's prime time. He'll come out next
Jamar
game and
Chase was
throw, terribly, but
Jamar Chase was eating Jalen Ramsey too. That was the big thing. He had a
that
bad
touchdown was
defensive
great.
interference. Oh, the touchdown was great. He got a bad pass interference against him. He was cooking him. But yeah, no, it was clear that they came with the game plan. Like, I'm just going to keep throwing to Jamar Chase, see how
Yeah,
that goes. So yeah, second stud is Jamar Chase.
cool.
Number one this week, though. Let's go talk to a team that, I mean, everyone, it's up and down season. We all know that. Some teams are settling in, but the Buccaneers were like Super Bowl favorites. They were pretty much the best team in the NFL. One loss to the Eagles.
Yeah,
That was what we were holding our hat to. And then the Lions just came in, kicked the crap out of them. And it kind of helped that Jamar Gibbs went for 218 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns.
yeah.
He had 17 carries. He was running at an 8 yard
He's a
clip.
yeah. He's crazy.
Dave Montgomery had 1.6 a carry. Jamar Gibbs had 8 yards a carry. It's insane. You watch him, he's not very big, but they run him like the three down back. David Montgomery is starting to take more and more of a back seat. He is the offense. He had 82 yards receiving. Amon St. Brown, who led the team, at 86. He just does it all. Jamar Gibbs is our number one player of the week because he just torched the Buccaneers all game long.
Yeah, I think now, obviously he's still young, but does Jameer Gibbs give you Barry Sanders type of? I feel like the last player people kind of like mentioned the same breath as Barry Sanders was McCoy because of his juking abilities, but
I don't know.
uh,
He
LT maybe? No,
gives me a Kamara vibe, but he's a better runner, but not as good of a pass catcher.
I guess.
They play similar style, but he runs the ball much better than Kamara does. But Kamara I thought was better in the passing game.
Yeah. I think Kamara, when all is said and done, will be like underrated. It'll be like the Frank Gore of like this last couple years,
I
but
wouldn't go that far. The Saints have been pretty irrelevant. I sometimes forget he's in the league.
that's true. All right.
Moving on. This one's a twofer for you because our duds are sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch because our first two duds are toast.
Nice.
Alrighty, so first two duds on our list, sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch because they were
Mm.
toasted after this game.
Mm.
Give you a twofer. We've got Isaiah Rodgers and Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh,
Both just spent the entire day getting torched by NFC East wide receivers.
I mean, yeah, Marshawn Lattimore is he's cooked.
Yeah, he's
He
he's
has not
well
looked good
crispy.
since he got there to Washington. So
I feel like I don't think either of their veteran moves. Laramie Tunsil doesn't seem like he's doing much because
no,
Jane Daniels has been hurt a ton. Debo was
but
probably
now
their
he's
best wide
hurt.
receiver, but now he's hurt.
Classic
Yeah,
Debo.
Marshawn Lattimore though has not been good at all. He was
No,
getting just
he's
manhandled by
past his
George
prime.
Pickens. And CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens were just passing him around.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
and then Isaiah Rodgers, obviously, we saw got just torched multiple times. So yeah,
yeah.
two guys getting roasted by the NFC East wide receivers. So
Hmm.
there's our two for two and third three duds.
Oh,
Number one dud though. Let's go right into one I think everyone expected.
hmm.
Um, who loses their job first? Does Mike McDaniel get fired or does Tua get benched first? Because
But
I've got
who are they gonna turn? They have Ewers, the Texas quarterback, as their backup. So they're
he's
gonna
a
go to a
rookie.
rookie?
Yeah, why not? Do something. Because my number one dud is Tua. 12
Hmm.
of 23, three interceptions at
12
100 yards passing.
completions. I mean, I know
He
because Jalen
was
Waddle had like 20 yards for me, maybe, or 12 yards. He was bad.
he had 12 completion. 25% of his pick to completion ratio was like 25% or
Yeah,
75%, whichever way
it's
you want to look at it. I mean, jeez, like Quinn Ewers on the other side came in 5 for 8, 53 yards. They both got sacked twice, but Quinn Ewers didn't throw three interceptions. I think you just do it. He's a rookie. What do you have to lose? Mike McDaniel's going to get fired soon. You might as well try something. You're
yeah.
1-6. Your season's over.
I mean, I think if he goes out and throws another dud, who I don't know who they play this week, the
They
Falcons.
really need to see
So
him do it again. Listen, if I'm Mike McDaniel, I'm on house money because I am going to get fired at some point. Might as well just. The only thing that keeps him from getting fired is if they win the next 6 games with Quinn Ewers and he looks like Patrick Mahomes. Probably the only thing that keeps his job. Nothing Tua can do is going to keep his job.
let me run to Vegas real quick and put a bet on that.
Yeah. So Tua is my number one dud. Well
Eek.
deserved.
Eek.
Yeah.
Well, that is the studs and the duds. So now we'll go a little bit into our kind of overreactions here. Too much whiz.
Hmm.
The Carolina Panthers will push for the last wild card spot in the NFC.
No, I'm not buying it. We
Okay.
just thought the
It was
NFC's
fun.
too good. The NFC's too good. I mean, think about it this way. The Niners, Rams, and Seahawks, two of those teams are going to push for wild cards. The Lions or the Packers are going to push for the wild card. And I mean, who else you got? I mean, the Buccaneers are running away with their division, so probably no one there. But I mean, there's too many good teams in the NFC for them really to compete. Good story, but no.
Too much whiz. after throwing 5 touchdown passes against the Jaguars in London, Matthew Stafford continues to be pretty good at his age. Do you think he is unquestionably a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Not first ballot, but he's in there. I don't think he's
Interesting.
first ballot, but he's in.
Okay. Um, and then our final, too much whiz. Um, we did talk about some quarterbacks who switch teams after having some struggles and then they find success. Is the Trevor Lawrence experience in Jacksonville going to come to an end this after the season?
No, no. They locked him up to big money. Liam Cohen's first year there. Liam Cohen, the quarterback whisperer with Booker or Baker. I don't know.
But it looks like
Things
the same Trevor Lawrence though.
it does look
It's
like the
kind of a
same Trevor
bust.
Lawrence, but it doesn't look as like tragic as the Dolphins and Tua look.
23 for 48 though.
Listen, I agree,
He did throw
but
for almost 300 yards, but yeah,
you like unless you're firing the coach, then go ahead. Where they don't have a first round pick this year, where are they getting a new quarterback?
that's fine. Well, just put it out there.
Yeah.
All right, nice and quick. That was too much whiz. And then looking at our game picks from last week, we had Josh doing obviously our wide receiver episode guy doing some guest picks. He did pretty good. Um, it looks like you came in last again. I'll just put that out there,
Unreal.
Tim.
What is happening?
You're getting a little too bold.
I am. Yeah, I
Let's
am.
see. You had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven right. One, two, three, four,
Oh,
five,
jeez,
six,
that's
seven, eight.
terrible.
7 and 8.
Oh,
Um,
losing record. Oh boy, man. Oh yeah, I'm getting too bold. I gotta calm down.
and then Josh had 5 losses. I don't know what my quick math would be. Was that 10 and 5? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Josh 10 and 5, and then I had one, two, three, 4 losses. So I was 11 and 4. So starting to
Yeah,
separate from you. You gotta
I
lock
I
in.
sh I should be boring like you. All right, I'm locking in. I'm not gonna be Mr. Fun anymore.
Yeah, pick the what was my upset? The Browns, I think. That's not even an upset though.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I did pick the Cowboys. So
I wouldn't call that an upset either.
yeah, you picked Houston. I don't know what you were smoking.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Um, for this week's games, we have Big Country, Mr. Sam Ryan, doing game picks. So starting off with our Thursday game, we have the Vikings at the Chargers. And let's see what Sam is taking. Dun, 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 the Chargers.
I mean, there's no way McCarthy plays on a Thursday night game. Wentz is going back out there, and I've seen
Chargers need to
Wentz to
bounce
know that
back.
they're not going to win. Yeah, give me the Chargers.
If it was in Minnesota, maybe because they don't like losing home back to back would be pretty rough. But yeah, short week traveling out to Cal. I mean, they're already halfway there, but I think I have to go Chargers too. They got to get back on the winning side here. Um, next game, no London game, so I don't have to worry about saying my lineup at the crack of dawn.
Hmm.
Dolphins at the Falcons.
Oh boy, give me the Falcons.
Is
This is
it a
what we
get
call,
right game for the
yeah, I was to
Falcons?
say, yeah, this
Yeah,
is a get right game.
I'll take the Falcons, and Sam is also taking the Falcons. Bears at the Ravens. I honestly forgot the Ravens were an NFL team because
That is true.
they're so
I
bad and they
have
were
to,
on a
man.
bye.
This is a John Harbaugh game. He's too good of a coach to let this thing fall apart. I have to think someone's going to be healthy when they come back. The Ravens need this game.
Is Lamar playing?
Don't know, but they have to win no matter what. The Bears, again, I don't think they're a good team. I just don't think they're a bad team.
Yeah, I feel like, like you said, John Harbaugh is still a really great coach. Coming off a bye, you would think he has a solid game plan for the Bears, who are probably riding a bit of a high from winning 4 straight. So I think I have to agree with you and take Baltimore. And Sam is taking Chicago. All right. So we
Hmm.
got our first difference so far.
I mean, the Ravens, their season's over if they lose this, so I'm giving
I
them a
think
little
their
fight.
season's kind of already over, but
They need this one.
Next game, the Jets at the Bengals, and Sam is picking the Jets to get their first win in Cincy, of
That's
all
tough,
places.
man. I don't know. Joe Flacco revenge tour. He's
Did he
he's
play for the
going and he's gonna.
Jets?
Yeah, I
Did he really?
think he
He
did.
actually, no,
I
he
want
actually
to say
played for like half the league. Now I'm thinking he played for the Eagles.
Joe
So,
Flacco.
yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yes, he did.
I'm not buying that.
He wore number 7.
Oh. Now that I know what number he was wearing, now I remember him.
Joe Flacco played. I was like I think they traded him at one point, but yeah, he was on the Eagles.
Who's he the backup of?
Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. Might have been Hurts.
Uh, hey, was it the Eagles 2021? Can you
That
name me
would have been
all of his
Hurts. Yeah.
teams? Can you name me all of his teams? I'll give you a hint. You got
Oh
one,
man,
two, three, four, five, six, seven.
7.
Seven. Yeah, but he because I'm two stints. He did two stints with two different teams.
So they count as two or just one?
No, just one.
Okay,
Seven different teams,
7. Okay, well, Eagles,
obviously.
Ravens, Jets, Browns,
Yep.
Bengals.
Yep.
2 more. Who else?
You could probably get the one you're not going to get the other one. I had no idea he even played for them. And it was the
Colts.
first team. Yes. The other one is the first team he played for after he left the Ravens. He was only there for a season.
First team he left for. AFC?
Yeah.
Has he
Oh
only
yeah, we
played
must
in?
have traded him.
No.
We must have traded him in 21 when he went to the Jets. He's kind of a one night stand.
Yeah,
He
I don't
played
think I think it was for like
he
a,
played
but he's
he
from,
played were 2 years with the Jets, but that the first year was we traded him. So he played 21 and 22, but didn't wasn't on the team in 21 to start.
what team? What's the team I'm missing? Is it AFC?
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, he did the Jets year and a half, then 23 in the Browns, 24 in the Colts, back to the Browns, and now he's with the Bengals. And there was the Eagles, the Jets in 2020. He is a one night stand. You're not going to get this. I'll help you out.
Remember?
Denver. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. All right. Denver.
I was just looking at like the list of teams on the game picks, and I'm like trying to think who like what team would make sense. Huh. What's my prize?
So yeah,
I got them all right.
long story short, we were talking about the Jets defense stinks. We were
Yeah.
talking about Joe Flacco breathing life.
So all that
Revenge
to be
tour and
said, you're
Jamar Chase
taking
is awesome.
you're
So
taking the
yeah,
Bengals. Yeah.
I'll take the Bengals.
I agree. I'm gonna take Cincinnati. I think they're actually doing they got some mojo going. Um Bills at the Panthers. Statement game for if Carolina
Ooh,
wins this game. Like
no way.
I know. Off a bye, yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
Good vibes. Good vibes though. Good vibes to the
I
Panthers.
hope they give it their best try.
Yeah, I hope they
Sam
win. I'm all for it.
Sam is also taking Buffalo. But serious question, if Carolina wins, are you
All
worried
bets off.
are you more worried about the Bills or are you more impressed by the Panthers?
More impressed by the Panthers without a doubt.
All right. Well, I think Young is hurt. I think he's not even playing. But um the next game, 49ers at the Texans. Man, I think their season's over, but I think if the Texans don't get this one, they're definitely
Texans
cooked.
can't block anyone. I thought that was what they fixed last year, but they still can't block anyone. I think the Niners are going to break CJ Stroud in half. I'm going Niners.
Sam's also taking the Niners. I think mm, I think this is gonna be my upset of the week. I'm gonna take Houston. Houston at home. Let's give like you know a Derek Stingley pick six to win the game or something. But they're uh they're looking pretty rough, so they need a get right game. Uh Browns at the Patriots. Oof. In New England. Yeah, it's gonna be I'm going Pats.
Yeah, I don't think they're on a roll. I'll take the Patriots too.
Sam is also taking the Patriots. Giants at the Eagles. Eagles wearing Kelly Green, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Go
For
Birds.
my human sanity, go Birds. I will forgive them for the blowout on Thursday if they beat the Giants now.
If they blow their backs out, I'll definitely forgive them. But Sam is also picking Philly. Next game is the Bucks at the Saints. I gotta think what get right game for Tampa.
I don't know, man. I was kind of
This could be your upset.
I
Upset of
was
the week
thinking this might be my upset of the
in New
week.
Orleans.
It's
I'm taking
it's
Tampa. Sam's taking Tampa.
who's the backup for Spencer Rattler and the Saints? I'm trying to think. They need to put him out there.
Oh, they like that 26 year
Oh,
old
Tyler Shea.
rookie.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't play him. Rattler stinks.
Yeah, Rattler's pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's like, Buccaneers, everyone's hurt. I think Ibuka got hurt. Obviously, Evans is out.
Yeah,
Steelers, the Saints aren't terrible.
do it.
Give me this one. In New Orleans, my upset of the week.
Okay.
I actually pick real upsets, not your you pick a team that's favorite and to upset them.
Houston's not an upset over the Niners, who are like 5-2.
Oh, fine. Give me the Saints.
Titans at the Colts. This could be one of those trick games. They fall,
I don't know.
overlook the
The
opponent,
Colts are 14.5 point favorites.
but I'm
That's a
not. Yeah, I'm not going to
wild
play with
line.
fire, so I'm going to take Indianapolis.
Insane. The Colts are the most dominant team in the NFL right now, but yeah, I'm taking them too.
Sam is also taking the Colts. Cowboys at the Broncos, just because it's
Oh, that's a good
Dallas.
game.
I'm gonna say get right game for, well, not get right game. They won. So
I'm taking the Cowboys. The Broncos cannot score or do
I
anything on
think
offense.
I have to imagine a defense like Denver's that got embarrassed by the New York Giants is going to come out and have a better game plan against a good Dallas offense. So I'm gonna take Denver.
I mean, Denver,
Um,
yeah, I guess there's
Sam's
two
also
ways of
taking
looking at it.
Denver.
The Broncos got lit up defensively, but their offense did score points. I'm taking Cowboys. I think the
Okay.
Cowboys are rolling.
Um, Sunday night football, the Packers at the Steelers. Sam is taking the Steelers. Oh,
Kind of forget that Aaron Rodgers played for the Packers.
it feels like another timeline. It doesn't feel like it happened.
I think the Packers are going to win.
I mean, they're definitely the better team.
Yeah.
Sunday night though, and Rodgers, he's looked pretty solid though.
Yeah.
You know what? I I think the Packers are scraping by though. I don't like they barely beat the Cardinals. So I'll we'll go Steelers. Steelers at home. And then the Monday night, let me double check. Good, we only have one Monday night game this time. Commanders, the Chiefs. I mean, I don't think Daniels is going to play. Chiefs are on a roll.
This is not when you want to play the Chiefs.
Yeah, like I said, the Commanders have a tough schedule coming up, so they're kind of
This is
this
not
could
going to be
be.
good for them.
No, Sam's taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm assuming you're taking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is our game picks for the week, and then to end it, of course, on our power rankings, which these last 2 weeks they have moved around a lot. Um, I mean, last week we had the Bill or we had the Bucks at number one, the Colts at two, Bills at three. I think we have to move
Colts.
Colts are one.
Um, I would say Colts. Someone,
Nah.
I kind
Lions.
of do want to put Lions, Chiefs, Bills, Eagles.
I would I put the Eagles ahead of the Bills, honestly.
No, you can't. They just had a bye. You can't punish them.
All right. So Eagles at five, Bills at four,
The Bucks.
Bucks at six. Keep the
Um,
Rams at seven.
yeah,
Packers at eight. That's where they were last
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm fine with that actually.
We had
Um,
Steelers at nine, then we had the Patriots at 10. So somebody we're
Patriots,
missing.
Rams. Patriots, Rams.
The Rams are at
That's
seven.
how. Uh, okay, yeah. Then Patriots at eight. Or no, I lost myself now.
We have Colts, Lions, Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Bucks, Rams, Packers at eight, Patriots at nine, Steeler. Well, they lost.
No, not the Steelers.
I think who would
Niners, maybe?
not. Yeah, I mean they are 5-2.
I'd take the Niners.
Niners at 10 or
Yeah,
Seattle.
Niners.
Okay, Niners it is. And there's your power rankings heading into week eight. We're almost halfway through the season already. Goes so fast. But
Yeah.
hopefully the Eagles rebound. I have a deep feeling that it's going to be a close game with the Giants.
I'll
Like a
ride out.
like a 28-24 game. But they just got to
Just give
win.
me the win. Yeah.
I just want to win and I want to see Saquon he needs a 100-yard game. I think that would do wonders for the offensive line's confidence, the offensive, rhythm in general. If he can get a really good game, and why not in Kelly Green against the Giants? Maybe we'll do another backwards hurdle 360 something. But till then,
we'll see how it goes.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Peace.
Peace.